danger ahead. Be ready.
Oh, forgive me. You startled me a bit. I'm afraid I was wrapped up in my studies of this magnificent edifice.
Tell me about yourself. What brings you out here?
I'm a scholar with the Stonebridge Society of Antiquaries. My particular specialization is early Goblin Renaissance architecture. This structure is a truly remarkable example. Note the intricate cornice work and the marvelously subtle geometries of the roof.
Can you tell me anything about this building?
Why, this is the Hero's Crypt. Inside lie the champions who defeated the Sec 150 years ago. I've been studying its history for years. Sadly, I've never been able to do more than observe the exterior.
Why can't you get inside?
Ever since Jane Cassinda destroyed the Legion, the tomb has been sealed tight. I think it could still be open, but I have no idea how. Perhaps the old Legion knew. Some of them, anyway.
Tell me about the crypt's history.
The tomb was originally constructed for the First Lady Montbaron, remembered in popular folklore as the Farmer.
And what happened then?
As more of the heroes who defeated the sect passed on, they were interred here as well. The crypt became a site of pilgrimage for many. Visitors have reported all sorts of miracles. Good fortune, sicknesses healed, that sort of thing. But no one's been inside for 30 years.
I've found a way into the crypt. I'm going to open the doors.
You did? You have? That's unbelievable! How did you do it? Where did you find it? Oh, never mind. That's not important right now. Could I go in with you? I've studied the exterior for so long. I'd like to get a look at some of the artifacts inside.
You can come along, but be careful. And stay close to me.
Wonderful! Let's get the doors open, then. I was under the impression you were going to open the crypt. Quickly, I'm shaking with anticipation. Oh, oh my. That was, well, that was quite something. On second thought, perhaps you could go into the crypt yourself and return with some relics for me.
I'll see what I can find. What are you looking for?
Good. Yes, good. Much safer for all of us. I'd likely get you killed tagging along, and this way you won't get me killed either. I'm looking for 3 relics in particular. The Skull of Noric, the Staff of Merrick, and the Sword of Bollingar. If you find any of them, I will of course reward you handsomely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must bring the good news to Lazar.
I hear something new in my hall. The sound of breath. The quiet footfalls of frightened flesh.
That voice, it's coming from somewhere below us. I am in my
You believe the skull's luck will save you? I shall enjoy flaying you.
The Lady Montbaron. She started her life as a simple farmer.
Kill that which is dead, mortal. My warriors will hunt you until you fall, exhausted and weeping.
I'm taking him!
Come, pilgrim, the bones of your heroes wait for you in these depths, and so do I.
The Hall of Heroes. Lady Montbaron had 14 companions, and they are all buried here.
You should be honored, mortal. Soon your bones will join with those of the heroes who lie in repose here. the power of the grave! Do not feel shame for falling before the eyes of your hero. It is inevitable. Feel the chill of death. Coward mortals. Rise, my thralls. Rise and defend me. Witness the power of the grave!
Whoever that warrior was, his spirit is gone, and his curse has died with him.
I had not expected the crypt to still be inhabited. Both Ravensreel and I owe you a debt. I'll be sending messengers out to inform the people of Ebb that the Hero's Crypt is open again. Doubtless the pilgrims and their attendant wealth will be pouring in soon. In the meanwhile, here, take this as a token of our esteem.
Do you have any relics to sell?
I found Lord Bollingar's sword.
It's even more beautiful than I imagined. Here, as promised, your reward. Do you have any relics to sell?
I found Merrick's staff.
Astounding! To think of the power that once coursed through this. Here is your reward. Do you have any relics to sell?
I found the skull of Norik.
Fascinating, if a touch gruesome. Still, I look forward to studying this. Here is your promised reward. I can't wait to get back to my workshop and begin a full study of these items.
Look, the bridge is repaired, just as Martin said.
There you are. This may sound strange, but I was told to wait for you here.
Told? By whom?
A child. A boy with golden hair and piercing eyes, who spoke like no child I have ever met.
Did you follow us into the Mornweald?
No. He came to me in a waking dream. I know better than to doubt a vision, especially one so clear. My father was Hugh Montbarron, Grand Master of the Legion. A proud man, I'm told, but not immune to my mother's seduction.
Illegitimate, perhaps, but I think she tells the truth. I've seen paintings of the Montbarrons, and she has the same pale eyes. The resemblance is striking, actually, especially to Hugh.
I do not know why this golden child chose me, but I believe I can be of help to the Legion, if you let me.
Does your sister know that you're planning to leave?
Leona's word does not bind me. I decide whose company I keep, and she knows better than to forbid me what I want. If only the rest of the world knew the same, life would be much simpler.
So you haven't told her?
Not exactly, but we'll be long gone before she finds out, no?
Your mother seduced my father? So, the stories about the Skansi witches are true.
What stories are those? The ones told to jealous wives by poxy-faced men? Of black-hearted witches who ravished them in the dark of night? Those stories are fancies, but they hide a deeper truth. Leskansi witches have discerning taste. We will seduce a foreign man, but only if he is strong, clever, handsome.
He'd pass those traits to your children, and your clan would be stronger.
We are a practical race, no? 500 years of wandering has taught us to claim any advantage we can.
If you're a Montbaron, then you're part of the Legion, and my family. We could use your help.
Even if the child had not appeared to me, you are family. Of course I will help. We journey south, no? To Stonebridge? I know the roads, and charming company makes long miles less dreary.
Die and be judged.
Hold on there. The roads ahead aren't safe. Heavy smoke down there. From the looks of it, there was another battle in the swamp. Azunite Church on one side, Royalists on the other. They're always at it. I was questioned by soldiers down the road. They were Azunites, Jane Cassinda's men, and not a friendly lot.
Any opinion on the church soldiers? You seem to have run into them before.
The Church army is the right hand of Jane Cassinda, but these men seemed more mercenary than proper soldier. They may call her a living saint, but any woman who hires Lescanzi thugs must be a little crooked. That's just what I think.
Have you dealt with the Royalists before?
They don't harass me on the road, so that makes them at least a touch better than Jane's soldiers. I think they're an honorable lot, but I don't see them winning this war. They'll die for a queen who's the last of her line, and barely more than a girl.
Fighting the swamp? Doesn't seem like the best place for a battle.
The Royalists are holed up in the Glitterdelve mine to the northwest, and Jane's army marches from the Azunite coast southeast of here. This swamp has the misfortune of being right between the two. This certainly isn't the first time we've had trouble here. Why I still take these routes, I don't know.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for a while, see if things calm down. It still doesn't look safe down there. Azunites, Royalists, and who knows what else.
Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for...
An avalanche? Here. I do not think nature is to blame for this.
By order of Jane Cassinda, none sh- Look, you idiot! They're legionnaires! Get them!
You are finished!
Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path. Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path.
I think I'm going to be sick. So many dead.
Jane will send her army against the Glitter Delve soon. Our war isn't done.
So many Royalists dead. These men were young, hardly soldiers at all.
How are we going to get out of this stinking bog now? We could have stopped Jane here today if we stood our ground.
Stand away there. Not so close to the General.
Never mind. I can hardly be called a general, with Her Majesty's army lying dead all around us.
Sorry, Lord Devonsey. Sir.
Forgive the boy. A few months ago he was a royal page. Now he's a soldier. Such are the depths to which we have fallen. I'm surprised to see any travelers on the road, with so many of Jane Cassinda's soldiers about. What brings you to this ill-omened place?
We were sent by the Legion. We're heading south to reclaim the old chapter house in Stonebridge.
The Legion? So the rumors are true. A gathering in the north. The rebirth of the old Legion. That's beside the point, though. I'm afraid you're stuck here with the rest of us. The western road has collapsed and we're surrounded on all sides by impassable swamp.
All the dead soldiers were yours? How did this happen?
Jane Cassinda's army was encamped in the swamp. I thought I'd catch her unaware, send her scrambling back to the spire. So I force-marched out of Glitterdale, sighted her troops at the base of the cliffs, and gave chase. In the first charge, we drove half her forces into the bogs. I could see Jane, not 50 feet from my lines. She had nowhere to run.
You smelled victory, and that's when the battle turned.
Jane sent a few of her sappers round back of my lines. They collapsed the roads behind me. A clever move, I'll give her that. Half my army, the young ones mostly, saw their escape route cut off. Didn't matter that we were winning. They panicked, broke and ran. Some of the veterans held their ground and died where they stood. The rest retreated here.
She boxed you in, with her forces on one side and the bogs on the other.
Killed half my people with the cannons. The rest tried to flee into the bogs and drowned. And here I am, trapped in this swamp, cut off from the Queen. She has only her maids to protect her now.
What forces do you have left?
Only the baggage train and a few cannons. One of my officers, Roderick, had commanded the baggage train. He managed to keep the wagons out of sight, hid them under those massive roots. Unfortunately, the men who are guarding the wagons are my greenest troops, former servants and the like. The only blades they've ever wielded are kitchen knives.
What about those massive roots? We can walk across them like a road.
Indeed, they'd support our weight, and my cannons and wagons too. But the roots are separated by stretches of water. In order to create a path, we'd have to raise the land between them. Impossible, you might say. But I have a man in my army with power over earth and stone. A scholar called Phineas. If only he were here.
This Phineas can raise a land bridge between the roots? How is that possible?
He's made a study of earth magic. Geomancy. The old magic of the dwarves. It's all very incomplete, but a movement of earth by simple brute force. Yes, I think he could manage that much.
You've actually seen Phineas use earth magic?
When Jane's cannons had us surrounded, somehow he drew the earth up over our heads, protected us both from the enemy's fire. Saved my life. That's proof enough for me.
We need to find this scholar, Phineas. Where is he gone?
He was among the first to be taken by the damned savages. They fell upon us not long after the battle, and they've been mounting raids and abducting our wounded ever since. First people, that's what the scholars call them. Only Azanai knows what they call themselves. I thought of mounting an attack on their village to rescue Phineas and the others, but my surviving soldiers are too few and too young. If I had your help, though...
Let's try talking to the first people before we do anything rash. Maybe they mistook you for a threat.
A reasonable theory, but I've met their kind before. Scavengers preying upon the weak and the wounded. They won't negotiate unless you hold a sword to their throats. I'll gather whatever men I can, the ones who can still fight, and we'll meet you there.
Careful. This swamp is crawling with savages, and they're none too friendly.
Lord Devonsey planned well, led well. We were the ones that failed him.
They may be the victors, but we damn well bloody Jane's men. They won't forget us.
I saw you speaking with the General. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as best I could, but baggage train attendants are hardly soldiers. They haven't returned for hours.
A swamp is hardly a place for heavy wagons. Was your cargo worth the trouble?
Basic supplies needed for the troops, but also cannons, powder kegs, and the like. Perhaps we could find a way out of this muck-ridden cesspool on foot, but those cannons are needed in Glitterdelve.
This was a massacre. How did you survive the battle?
We panicked. Well, the young soldiers did anyway. After Jane collapsed the road behind us, we were so close to victory. I kept the baggage train here instead of risking an escape. The enclosure gave us just enough cover to survive the assault.
If your people are raw recruits, they won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get. Forgive me, I haven't the time for idle chatter. Between the hostile natives and our missing scouts, my hands are full.
I'll leave you then. Farewell.
Be safe out there. Nothing in these bogs is friendly. Not even the plants.
Thanks for clearing a safe path. Guess I'll set up shop here until we find a way out.
They just conscripted me 2 fortnights past. I can't believe I'm alive.
The roots grow too far apart. We cannot cross the water. Look! Jane Cassinder's cannons on that ridge. That is how she slaughtered Devonsy's army.
I thank Azunai that our general survived.